Welcome to This Explainer. We've all been sold this idea, right? We're taught that truly successful people just wake up every single day feeling totally inspired, energized, and ready to conquer the world. But honestly, the truth is a whole lot darker and, to be fair, way more liberating. Today, we're diving into the absolute myth of motivation and why discipline is the real secret. Okay, let's dive into this right away. Motivation is one of the biggest lies sold to modern people. We really need to completely shatter this illusion that successful folks are just sitting around relying on being in the perfect mood to get things done. Most of them, they don't rely on motivation at all. Because think about it, motivation is just a feeling. If you're waiting for some magical feeling to strike before you act, you're literally setting yourself up to fail. Here is the brutal truth about motivation. It's temporary. It completely disappears when you're tired. It's just a highly unstable emotion. The exact second physical exhaustion hits your body, boom, that incredible driving force you felt just an hour ago, it vanishes without a trace. And it disappears when life becomes painful. The moment the process actually hurts, or the second any real resistance pops up in your path, that magical motivation just evaporates right into thin air. It also disappears when nobody supports you. Relying on external validation, waiting for people to clap and cheer you on, is honestly a terrible fuel source for your long-term goals. Because guess what? When the applause stops, your motivation stops right there with it. And finally, it disappears the moment results stop coming. Like we said, emotions are incredibly unstable. One day you feel absolutely unstoppable, like you can take on the world. The very next day, a tiny lack of instant progress makes you question your entire existence. You just can't build a solid foundation on something that crumbles the second you don't get immediate results. Section 2. The cost of waiting, and how time quietly destroys potential. See, what happens is people literally paralyze themselves. They sit around waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect time, or the perfect mindset. But perfection never arrives, and while they wait, time quietly destroys their potential. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why that happens. Modern culture absolutely worships excitement, right? Fast dopamine, instant rewards, quick success. But real growth, it's repetitive, it's slow, it's painfully boring. Most people quit simply because they expect that initial excitement to last forever. What nobody shows you are the endless failures, the lonely nights, the self-doubt, and the sheer exhaustion hidden behind actual success. Because, let's face it, suffering just isn't aesthetic. Moving on to Section 3, embracing biological resistance and why your mind avoids pain. Now listen, if you've ever felt like quitting, please don't beat yourself up. Seriously, it's not a character flaw. It's literally just biology. Here's how it works. Your human brain naturally wants comfort, safety, and easy pleasure. This means your mind is hardwired to avoid pain. So the actual process of becoming better, it's always going to feel completely unnatural at first. You're going to feel resistance. You'll feel exhausted. You'll desperately want to stop. And I want you to know that feeling is completely normal. The truth is, the people who actually change their lives, they are not superhuman. They experience the exact same biological resistance that you and I do. The only difference, the real game changer, is that they simply learn how to keep moving forward despite that resistance. They do it even when nobody notices, even when progress is totally invisible. And yeah, even when they absolutely hate the process. Which brings us to Section 4, discipline over temporary inspiration, the engine of reality. This is the true solution. This is what carries people when the gym weights become incredibly heavy, the books become painfully boring, and those big dreams start feeling absolutely impossible. So the crucial point is redefining how we view this word. Discipline is simply training yourself to act even when you feel absolutely nothing. We usually think of discipline as this horrible punishment, right? But it's actually a superpower. It's your ability to operate in the total absence of emotion. Because here is the dangerous truth. Your future is built by the actions you repeat when you do not feel like doing them. It is absolutely not built by temporary bursts of inspiration. The life you want is constructed block by boring block through unglamorous actions you force yourself to take when you'd rather be doing literally anything else. Let's be super clear about the difference here. Motivation makes you start. That's it. It's just a spark. It has a very limited, very temporary role in the whole grand scheme of things. But discipline makes you continue. When all that initial excitement wears off, discipline is the steady, quiet engine of reality that actually gets you across the finish line. In the end, motivation is fragile, but discipline is reliable. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to remember this one brutal truth. You will never always feel ready. Perfection is a total myth. That perfect mood is never going to consistently be there. Honestly, if you sit in your car waiting for every single light in town to turn green before you leave your driveway, you're never going to go anywhere. So I want to leave you with one final question. Will you spend your entire life waiting? The choice is entirely up to you. You can keep waiting for some magical feeling that might never arrive, or you can embrace the painfully boring, highly rewarding work of discipline right now.